Hey best friends, I'm Claire.
I'm Yana.
Welcome to
My best friend's book club. Book club, book club, book club. Book club.
Yeah, in case you didn't know, it's
I'm
a
going to
book
run
club.
out of options on how to say that soon.
I think you already have. Okay, friends, let's see if Yana remembers the author. We are reading
Frida McFadden.
No, what's the book?
It's Frida McFadden wrote The Housemaid. I practiced again on the way here.
Did you really practice?
Yeah, I absolutely did. I looked it up before I left
It
the house.
only took until episode 5 for you to get it right. I'm sure Frida's
Better late
really
than
happy.
never.
That's right. That's what I always say.
That is what a lot of people always say.
That's what the hobbits say. So
Yes, I do tend to go by what the hobbits say.
I do. I feel like
do
I identify as hobbit.
You are the height of a hobbit.
It's rude, but I'll take it. Is it rude? I don't know. And I have hairy feet like them also.
Do you have hairy feet? I've never noticed.
I used to get teased in high school and I started shaving my feet. But then as I came into adulthood and I was like, fuck all you bitches.
Yeah.
I stopped shaving my feet because like, come on.
I got teased for sideburns, so I used to shave those.
You shaved your sideburns?
Yeah, I looked really stupid.
I bet.
Yeah. No, I looked really dumb. You know, it immediately gets like the 5 o'clock shadow.
Well, you get prickles, right?
Yeah.
Sorry.
You do. And
sorry kids did that to
you're
you.
like 12, so you also have like acne on top of it.
Yeah.
It was not a good choice. Plus, I wore thick eyeliner.
Anyway.
Yeah, so we're reading The Housemaid by, what is it, Claire?
Frida McFadden.
Hell yeah. Good job remembering, Claire.
You know, her initials are FF. I wonder how she feels about that. I wonder what her middle name is. I hope it starts with an F also. Sorry. Okay. We're going to start with a recap of what we read last week.
Sorry, Michael.
My dear friend, he said that sometimes he gets behind and then he listens to episode after episode and he's like, ugh, I already heard your recap, which is like fair. But also, Michael, this is a week-by-week podcast. So for you, Michael, and listeners, just skip ahead because we've got to lay the groundwork.
Yeah,
so,
Michael, we have fans other than you.
if you hate that, just email us a better way and we're happy to do it. So,
And if you're Michael, text us.
if your name is Michael.
Yeah. Any Michael, even if you don't live in California.
Yeah, that's
Tell
fine.
us.
So with that, here's your recap. So last week, Cece, she's the daughter of Andy and Nina. She's at a camp, a summer camp for children. But tensions are filling within the Winchester house.
I wish you could see her hand motions right now. They're very spooky.
Because Millie and Andy are trying to avoid each other. They had a sexual encounter. And it's making the house feeling very tension-filled. So, during dinner, Nina, she exposes Millie for her criminal past.
Yes.
Ah, yes.
Also, screw you, Michael. I need these recaps because I don't remember.
And we later find out that Nina knew about Millie and Andy going to the play together, the Broadway show. She put the playbill in Millie's attic nightstand on it. Sorry. So it's like, hey, bitch, I know, you know. So,
Hey, bitch, I know.
Bitch, I know, you know. So Nina's cruelty of Millie just really escalates to 1,000% here at this point. And it gets to a point where she even accuses Millie of stealing her clothes, even though she gifted Millie those clothes. And this prompts Andy to finally be in defense of Millie. But obviously we have problems with Andy, which we'll get into. And he pulls Nina aside. He confesses that he's just been so unhappy and he wants a divorce, and he asks Nina to leave that night. Good day, Nina. So after that, obviously Nina leaves. And Andy and Millie are like, let's give this a real chance. And after that, Millie starts to receive some blocked calls. She also learns that Nina's been tracking her location from the phone that Nina gave her.
Called it.
You did. Good job. So then Andy, now that Nina's gone, he decides that Enzo, the gardener, has been around far too often and he doesn't like it. So he fires Enzo in front of Millie. And as they're walking away, Enzo grabs Millie's arm and is like, hey, you're in super danger. And he says that in great English that doesn't include the word super. And it's shocking because we don't believe him to know English. But Millie's like, no, it's fine. Nina's gone. And that's that. Whatever. Another blocked call comes to Millie's phone. And this time it says, as Yana said in the last episode, stay away from Mr. Winchester.
I don't remember saying that. I'm new here.
And this really upsets Millie, and she's like, you know what?
Upset me too.
Nina, I'm tired of your prank calls, girl, so I'm going to go to the attic, and I'm going to pack my bags, and I'm going into the master bedroom with Andy, because I am the woman of the freaking house
Finally.
now. Even though it's been like 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
So as she's packing up, Andy walks in. He's like, what are you doing? And she's like, I'm packing my bags because I'm coming into the master bedroom. And there's a little awkward moment there where it's like not sure if that's what he wanted. But then he's like, of course it is. And then they have like a massive bone session in the attic.
A massive bone session.
And then she falls asleep because like boning so hard. And then she wakes up. And Andy's gone. And the door's shut. She's like, whoa, I have to pee for my bone session. UTI, hello. So then she goes to open the door and it is locked. Actually locked this time. So then we leave Millie there and it's like, holy shit, what the fuck is going to happen to our girl Millie? And then we go to Nina's perspective, which is an unfortunate, I mean, I like it, but I'm just like, damn, what happens to Millie? But we get to hear about Nina and how she's in the hotel room and she's talking about how her and Andy met and came to be married. And we basically go through this guide. She writes, How to Get Rid of Your Sadistic Evil Husband by Nina Winchester. And it kind of ends with Andy asking her out for a proper date in the past, and Andy's mom is going to watch CC. So that's where we ended. Sorry, that was long. I feel like there's so many little moments in this book that you just have to say, because if you don't say it, it's hard to follow along.
Well, I actually feel like my recap of these next 50 pages is longer than ones I've done in the past.
Because you have to clock certain moments, otherwise I feel like you can't follow the narrative.
No,
or,
for
like
sure.
You listeners who are
we're
not
right
reading.
and Michael's wrong.
Fuck you, Michael.
Fuck you, Michael.
Love you so much. See you over the holidays.
And then right afterwards.
Oh, yeah. James's wedding. Yeah.
Shout out to
Shout
James.
out.
Sponsor us.
Cancun. We're coming for you.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Buy our tickets. We haven't bought them yet.
Wait, I'm a little worried about my passport, but it's fine.
Oh. Let's not talk about that. So, Yana, tell us about these
I am
set of pages.
so excited to talk about these next
I can't fucking wait. Let's hear it.
Yeah, and they're fresh for me because I just finished today because I forgot we're doing this.
She literally texted me this morning and was like, when are we recording again? And I was like, today.
Honestly, thank God I didn't make other plans.
I hope you're ready.
So sorry.
How dare you? We were supposed to go to the farm tonight.
No, I know, but like I would have maybe made plans like for work, but I didn't. Anyway, we are still on Nina's guide on how to get rid of your sadistic evil husband. So we're getting Nina's backstory here, and it is very exciting. It also gave me a lot of anxiety while I was reading it.
Oh, yeah.
It made me think about a lot of women who are experiencing probably very similar things, and it really stressed me out. So I was both really into reading it and also wishing it was done.
Can I just say I fucking said Andy was the bad guy?
You did. You're always right because you're the most beautiful and most smart and longest haired person I've ever seen in my whole life.
I think maybe I was wrong about Nina being actually mentally ill, although I think he might have driven her.
He has driven her there.
We'll see.
I have some theories now.
Okay, let's go.
But I'm sure You have some notes that we should get to as
Of course
well.
I do, but I'd love to hear yours first.
No, let's just get through my recap, and then I want you to feel heard.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
I really appreciate that.
Yeah. So Nina and Andy get married, and she is just absolutely on cloud nine. She's like, I can't believe he chose me, this woman with this kid, and he is just like the most beautiful, perfect husband.
He sounds like he's incredibly attractive.
Oh, absolutely. I think we'd all kind of fall for it.
It sounds like it. And he's rich.
Yeah.
So.
And in this economy,
I mean.
you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
She has a child to feed.
Concur.
Anyway, she's like, I love him so much. He's so perfect. I'm going to be perfect for him. And then all of a sudden, he's like, hey, Nina, your roots are showing, like in her hair. And the moment I read that line, I was like, oh, fuck, here it is.
Oh, did you? I was like,
No.
oh, okay. Like he called it out, and that's a little weird, but like,
No.
okay, whatever.
I feel like if it wasn't planned evil, I feel like
planned evil.
I feel like the way to maybe have said that would be like, well, there's no real great way to say it, but I feel like it could have been like a, hey, you've been really busy with the baby. Why don't I hang out with her tonight while you go like get your hair done?
Yeah.
But instead he was like, hey, your roots are showing. And he like does it with like a weird smile, like kind of
She
thing.
says, I'm sorry, I'm going to give you a quote. You don't take quotes. She said, did you do a quote?
Yeah, but you do it.
Okay, let's hear it.
And I deleted it.
Oh, did you?
I did.
Nina says, I can't quite read the expression on his
Yeah, no,
so
I said it too. No. Don't make me punish you,
If
Claire.
you're confused, listener, she didn't write the quote down.
Yeah, I did. You don't have proof.
She says, I can't quite read the expression on his face. He's still smiling, but there's something
off about it.
Good
My
job,
God,
Yana.
I can't believe
that
we wrote
was
down
so
the same
good.
thing.
Wow.
Yeah, well, not all of us are as fast readers as you are.
Absolutely.
So it took me longer to read my quote.
I think when he called out her roots, I was like, okay, that feels bad. But I didn't realize how...
Oh, yeah, the punishment does not fit the crime.
From 0 to 100, it would
Absolutely.
go.
So essentially, he's like, hey, your roots are showing. And then he's like, hey, help me get some papers out of this
I'm
attic.
still laughing about
I
the
know.
quote.
So then they go up to the attic.
Oh, yeah, he's like, I need papers.
And he's like, hey, I'm going to fucking lock you in here. So the punishment does not fit the crime.
No.
But he's like, hey, hair is a privilege.
Sorry.
Which... I don't know. I guess it is, but it also like naturally grows on you.
Well, not on everyone.
No, but like it's on her.
It just, the punishment doesn't meet the crime.
Yes.
Quote,
and we
crime.
learn.
I wouldn't call this a crime.
No, but like for Andy, apparently she's like letting herself go.
Right.
So he's like, hair's a privilege. You got to be locked in this room now.
I would never dye my hair blonde again if I was her. Because, like, how can you possibly keep up with your roots?
I mean, and she's like a baby.
Right. Like, how are you supposed to keep up with your roots?
I don't keep up with mine. So we're starting to get to this point where we're like, oh, hey, Andy's pure evil. He is mad about the hair, and it's just absolutely insane how he reacts to it. Not only does he lock her away for it, but he also is demanding of 100 strands of her hair as punishment and as like what she needs to do in order to get out of this room. So she's like, okay, I'm going to get you this hair. And then he's like, hey, one of these is actually missing a follicle. So she has to try again, but he's like, don't give it to me now. He's like, you have to now wait until tomorrow morning. And there's like 3 tiny water bottles in this fucking room.
It's like on his timeline. He's like, I'm going to work now.
It's evil.
She's like, no, wait, I can get you a follicle. And he's like, no, bye.
It's freaking evil.
It is really mean.
So she gives him 100 new strands. This time, thank God, he's finally satisfied. And she's all like weak and she's hungry. She's thirsty. She gets out of this room and she's like... having to fucking rely on him, like Stockholm syndrome-ish kind of thing, where like now she has to, you know, love on him and like she needs him for food and water. But it seems like he has drugged her through this food and water. So she has to go like sleep off the trauma of her locked time in the attic, but it also seems like she's sleeping off drugs. So she has him telling her like, oh, poor thing, you must have been like sick. You're so sick. Like you need to rest. because she just wants to get her kid. She's been gone for like 2 days or 3 days.
She's worried a lot about Cece.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh my God, maybe he's right. Maybe this has been like a hallucination. You know, we've all gotten like high fevers or the flu and stuff when we're like a little crazy. And so she's like, wow, maybe I am really ill. And this was all made up in my head. But now Nina wakes up. She's slept off the drugs. Kind of-ish. But she wakes up. She's ready to be like, Andy, I am fucking leaving you. You're a psycho. And then she like grabs her phone because she's like, I'm going to call the cops, tell them everything. But then her phone is like full of texts from Andy. Like he has been plotting this,
planted.
Right? So he
fucking bitch.
Yep. He has been texting her while she is locked in an attic, while she's sleeping drugs off. He's texting her, acting like there's something wrong with her, where he's like, Nina, like, why aren't you answering me? Nina, I'm worried. Like, I'm worried about you and Cece. You know, are you okay? Just answer me. Just please answer me. He's brilliant. I think we should
handsome, he's rich, and he's brilliant.
The only thing I've understood from all of this is Andy's perfect.
Yeah, well, other than his like really deep roots, like fucking psychopath behavior.
So he's acting like there's something wrong with her, and she's not responding to him, and he's worried. But she is like, hey, I hear sounds in my bathroom, but that's so weird that it would be Andy because he's texting me from work, so it doesn't make sense that he would still be in the bathroom. But she's like, I gotta figure out who's in my bathroom. So she's like all still kind of drugged up, trying to crawl to this freaking bathroom. And she makes it there, and that's when she sees Cece in the bathtub with water filling around her. As you remember, listener, reader, the whole thing was that there was like a murder-suicide plan where she's trying to kill Cece and herself.
When Cece was a baby.
Yeah. Anyway, so she sees the bathtub with the water filling around her, and she's working really hard to like get to Cece so she can pull her out of this water and save her. But at that time, the police show up and they essentially save Cece for her, and they accuse her of trying to drown Cece. So Nina goes to psychiatric hospital for 8 months.
All the proof is there because Andy planted it. Fucking
She
bitch.
is now at a point where she's convinced she has major depression and is delusional. She's gained weight from the drugs they're giving her, but Andy's just being so kind. He visits her all the time. He's making sure Cece's still taken care of. He's getting her flowers and like all the stuff. She's continuing therapy, and she's ready to go home, but she's also terrified of the attic. And she's also terrified of upsetting Andy. Eventually, she's like in a decent place with Andy. They're also still like they're having sex again. And he's like super supportive of her getting over her fear of the attic. So he's like, we're going to do this together. And she finally is like, hey, I'm ready. So they walk up to the attic, and shocking, she's tricked. She gets locked in there again.
I actually didn't think he would do it
I didn't
right
think, yeah,
away,
right away.
But I was like, holy shit, man. He really doubled down. It's so, it's actually so mean.
Yeah. So while she's been in the hospital, Andy's mom has been helping with Cece. And when they get home from the hospital, Andy's mom is like, hey, Andy, you stupid bitch. You left a light on in the bedroom, and electricity is not cool, like, to waste because environment.
It's a privilege.
It's privilege.
It's another privilege.
But
just like hair.
Nina is like, oh my God, like Andy just wants his mom's approval, so I'm going to stand up for him and protect him, protect my captor. And she's like, oh, no, it was me that forgot to turn off the bedroom light. Even though Andy knows it was fucking him. So Nina takes the hit. The mom's like, fine. They're all done with the fucking mom. They go up to this attic. He locks her fucking in there, and he's like, hey, light's a privilege. But, and it's like, now the punishment, right? The first time it was like the hair was the punishment, so she had to pull out all her hair. Now it's like, light's a privilege. So I'm going to now make the room either pitch black for you or way too bright. The brightness to where it like hurts.
Yeah.
So that's her only options. He's boarded up the one tiny window she had. He like, how does he do it so fast too? He like redid that room so fast. But anyway, light's a privilege, just like her hair was. But this time he doesn't keep her there quite as long. He makes it clear that this is just the way it's going to be if she ever misbehaves. So she has to kind of watch her back. And that no one will believe her if she says anything otherwise to anyone, because they know she's delusional.
He's totally like taken away her credibility with the psychiatric
and he also tells her he's always watching. It sounds like he has cameras in the attic because he knows everything.
Might be right about the cameras around the house.
But it's just the different person watching them.
Yeah.
So
I'm waiting for you to be right about that. I can't
so
wait
now
for you.
now it's like 7 years later, like a bunch of time goes by.
It's crazy she's survived him this long.
But she has like no other choice. Like he has set her up to complete failure if she says anything.
There's really no good way for her to get out.
The pattern is repeating constantly, and she doesn't know what's going to set him off. Like she can try her damn hardest to be perfect, but something can set him off. But he also does things to like fucking mess with her emotions. Like we find out that he keeps the peanut butter around even though Cece is allergic. He like uses it to mess with her, and like sometimes will like plant a little bit in Cece's food. She's not deathly allergic, but she'll like get hives.
That's so fucked, man. When I read that, I was like, you're ill.
He's also fully prepared for the fact that Nina could kill him. So he's already like written a letter or whatever that like clearly blames her for his death, you know, should he disappear or whatever. She once got close to one of the PTA moms. She like they went to lunch or something, made a friend. She ended up confiding in her and told her everything about Andy. But surprise, it turned out that Andy had gotten ahead of her in this and warned all friends and potential friends that Nina has these mental health issues and might say crazy things, and they actually need to warn him about it because she might be getting delusional.
Being an episode. Yeah.
So after she tells the friend things, the friend actually mid that story, I guess, tells Andy, and Nina ends up with another 2-month stay at the psychiatric care place. Oof.
Our girl Nina.
I know. She does, though, briefly confide in Enzo because she believes that he doesn't understand English anyway. So it like feels good for her to just get it out. And she's like, there's not going to be anything that happens out of this because he doesn't understand me, but at least I got to say it out loud. And then one more time she gets trapped in the attic or something.
He used too much like air freshener.
Oh,
in their
yes, air
bedroom.
freshener. Oh, but which was air freshener she had like always used,
Yeah,
and it was
she
never a
always used
problem
the same
before.
amount. Yeah.
But this time it was like apparently too much for Andy. So her punishment was to pepper spray her eyes. So evil.
Fucking psycho. I don't know if I could do it.
But
Maybe if I had a child.
Yeah, I mean, she says that all the time, right? Like she's doing this for Cece.
Yeah,
she has
he's
no
like
other.
holding her hostage for
Because she's even like, she even says, you know, maybe when Cece gets older and doesn't need her as much, then she can like risk everything by like killing him or doing whatever and going to jail because at least Cece won't rely on her.
Right.
Anyway, so she's trapped in the attic, fucking pepper spraying her eyes out, and
Sorry. It's not funny. It's when he said it.
Enzo notices her through this teeny tiny window, and all of a sudden he's like at the door. Andy's not home during this. He's like yelling at her in perfect English, and he's like, I'm gonna knock down this door, and she's panicked because she's like, we just can't anger Andy.
Yeah.
So she's like, please don't. She talks him out of it in fear of the retaliation that her and Enzo may get. And eventually Andy releases her out of the room, and her and Enzo get to kind of talk again briefly, and Enzo is like very anti-Andy and does promise, it sounds like he believes her, and he promises that he will help her.
He was really passionate. He was like, I'm gonna kill him. He's like, what do you need? And she's like, a passport, a new identity. And he was like, I can't really help you with that, but I will help you. We will figure this out. That's pretty much where it ended, right?
Yeah, it's getting good.
So Enzo is like,
Enzo speaks English.
our savior. He's gonna save us all.
So I have new theories.
Okay, I'm very excited.
Well,
I have questions and I have theories, but I want to hear your theories first.
I guess where my mind went first, I can see how Millie was used maybe as a pawn, but at the same time, I don't feel like Nina's trying to find someone to replace her in the torture. Maybe, but I don't think so. I do think that Nina chose Millie specifically because of the criminal record and having the parole person be checking on her.
But she never intended her to be like Andy's next victim.
I think she intended her to be the next victim, but I think she chose her specifically because I think she thinks Millie has more opportunity to be helped by someone or found by someone because she's on parole.
I guess my brain went to a darker place where I was like, she picked her because she doesn't have a lot of options and she would stick around to be their housemaid.
But I don't think because it seems Enzo and Nina are working together, I don't think Enzo would necessarily be like, hey, to save you, let's put someone else in your place.
Yeah. That's the part I don't get yet, is like, it does seem like Millie's kind of a sacrifice right now, but I hope, it seems maybe that Enzo and Nina have a plan where Millie won't end up being another victim of Aunt. Maybe it's a way to somehow set him up to
like
show
she's
his true
being
colors.
used as sacrifice pawn, but not to end the way that it would have ended for Nina.
It's like probably to catch Andy for real, like publicly.
That said, though, knowing all that, why would Enzo pretend with Millie not to know English? Is it just to keep up the act with Andy? Because he could have warned her in plain English to be like, hey, you're in danger here. Instead, he's like, I'm going to use the Italian word for danger and make you have to look it up later.
That's why I was like, is she just a sacrifice, honestly? Like, but then, like, what we were just saying, that feels really awful if Nina and Enzo decided to sacrifice her. Unless they thought maybe she's like, quote unquote, a bad person and she deserves this coming. I don't know. That's probably not
I don't think that's the case.
It's probably to get back. She wants to get back at Andy. So it's like.
She's manipulating him now.
Right. How do we frame him so that he gets caught at last?
And there's no way to do that unless he himself chooses to get rid of me, Nina.
Right.
And now she has more ability to work from the outside.
She needs to like escape, right, so that she can do what she needs to do to like show the world that he's like a fucking psychopath.
Yes. So there's that piece.
Why do you think Andy locked Millie in the attic? Like, what was her crime? Now that you know some of the quote-unquote crimes that Nina committed and how simple and silly they are, what did Millie do to get locked in the attic? She was like moving her stuff into the master bedroom. And that's when he was like, oh, what? It might have not been that, though. It could have been something else. I don't know, but
I forget what happened.
What do you mean?
What book are we reading? Who's the author? I forget, like,
remember she got mad because she got another call from the block number and it was like, stay away.
Maybe having a phone is a privilege.
And she got fucking pissed off and she was like, I'm had it with you, Nina. I'm packing up the attic and I'm going to the master bedroom. And then he caught, well, I don't know if caught her is the right word, but he met her in the attic while she was viciously packing.
Had sex there.
And then I feel like he distracted her with that. He was like, I can help you feel better. And then they did it, and then he locked her in the attic, and he left.
Bitch doesn't want to share his bedroom.
What did he do? I was like, yeah, like, did she not earn that right? Yeah,
maybe
I mean, it's
sleeping
illogical.
on a nice mattress. But she did sleep there, like, the night before, and it was,
No, she slept in the guest room, remember?
Oh, it was the guest room,
they made, like, a bargain that she didn't want to sleep in Nina's bed yet, but then she, like, got pissed off, and she was like, I'm going to do it.
So maybe he's just not loving how she's just like making herself woman of the house.
Yeah, I can't figure out why. I mean, it's probably something fucking here's what. One, it's probably something really fucking stupid like Nina, right? It's like her roots were grown out, or air freshener, probably something fucking dumb like that.
The lights on.
Or my brain went back to our earlier method where he just really wants to have a baby of his own, and I was like, maybe he impregnated her and he's gonna hold her captive in the attic and force her to have the baby. Am I crazy? I'm crazy. I've been watching too much horror.
I don't know. I mean, it sounds like with Andy, anything's a possibility.
He's really crazy. I mean, he's poisoning Cece, which is really... When I read that, I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
That's at another level, sir.
Yeah. Do you think his mom knows everything?
Yes. That's actually something I wanted to talk about.
Me too.
Because, one...
Uno.
His mom is always wearing white, all white.
He's kind of a mama's boy.
Mm-hmm. And then he told Nina that he loves when she wears white. It's his favorite. And, like, what a coincidence that his mom also wears all white.
No, it's like a weird Freudian, like, something.
And then...
It's not Freud.
I think it is Freud.
Oedipus.
Oh, philosophy. Anyway.
It's an Oedipus complex when you're obsessed with, like, your mom that way.
So smart.
You guys, I have a bachelor's.
We'll be starting a new podcast where Yana tells us about philosophy.
I'm just going to talk facts. Yeah. The whole podcast is just me just telling you everything I know about everything. No other structure.
I thought his behavior was maybe like... Was that the way he was treated growing up? Because Andy's mom, was like, I saw the lights on. Test.
Yeah.
And then I think he knew it was his fault, but, you know, he let Millie take the blame.
Yeah.
And then he locked her up in the attic and was like, lights are a privilege. Like, I wondered if maybe his mom treated him like that, not an excuse, of course. You shouldn't do that.
I mean, abusers
Right.
need to have been abused
It's like
themselves.
a weird mom thing, I think, with him.
Like, and mom always had like perfect hair.
Right. She's like so perfect and she wears all white. She's pristine.
Gosh, that's so relatable. I'm like that.
I wonder if she like locked him in rooms and did things like that
Or
to him
took
growing
away
up.
something that mattered to him. He like uses Cece as such a weapon too. It's so not cool.
Where I get stuck is like, why Nina?
He could have had anyone.
Right. Like he's allegedly incredibly handsome. He's rich as fuck.
Well, that's probably easier to manipulate. Someone like Nina.
You could pick anyone.
No, I know, but Nina is.
Because she has a daughter?
Poor and has a baby.
He can marry anyone that's maybe actually as quote unquote perfect as he wants.
No, I
them to
know,
be.
but he can't torture them the same way.
So maybe he does it to torture
I think
someone?
so. I think he's sick. I mean, he's obviously sick. But like, I think that it's stressing her out even more because she has this kid downstairs that she knows nothing about the well-being of her child while she's stuck up there. And she needs Andy.
I just feel like
The same way as Millie like was living in her car before.
she needs Andy too.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. It's so weird. I'm like, Andy, you seem like you could have any woman.
That's too easy.
Maybe.
I think guys like that are, I mean, people, he's sick.
He's so sick. What do you think about his ex-girlfriend, Kathleen?
I don't think she existed.
Oh, I think she existed
Oh.
and pieced the fuck out.
Do you think she's like witness protection? That's why she can't find her either.
I feel like she probably had like one experience with him where he like locked her in. Maybe she didn't have like a CC to hold her hostage. Maybe he tried some of this shit on her and she dipped the fuck out and she's like off the grid. Like, I will never
change her name.
Yeah, like this man will never find me again after what he did to me that one time. But you think maybe she doesn't exist?
I don't know.
Well, they could have gotten rid of her.
I didn't write this book. I'm not Frida. I'm not the real Frida.
What about, she kept calling out how he has all these connections. Well, it started to throw me off because it was like they see the same family doctor.
Yeah, the doctor prescribed her the medicine.
Right.
The person who like owns the psychiatric care
Like
clinic or
golfs
whatever. Yeah, like
someone.
I mean, I think that he either has these people working alongside of him or he's also using them for his own benefit.
Do you think they're in on it? Or it's
That's
just...
why I'm like, I'm not sure yet, but I do feel like I feel like that's so classic. You know, the guy has all this power.
Right.
He has the money that buys him everything else that isn't stuff.
Right. He's like able to control the life that he has.
And all these rich people
orchestrated.
have their connections, right? That's why like he golfs
Right.
with this other person who happens to have the psychiatric hospital.
Because you would think, like this doctor, for example, he's seen Nina, it sounds like, for a bit. And then to all of a sudden be like, yep, she's crazy. She needs all these pills. And it just feels kind of 0 to 100. Like I would hope a doctor would be like, I'm not sure.
But you use a play like she tried to kill herself and her daughter.
Right. And then you have all the text messages.
Right. And it's he's done such a good job playing the long game a little bit with it that I also can see a doctor who is like, well, dear God, like that is a big thing to have happen. So we got to get her on these pills because the risk is so much greater of her not.
Right.
Yeah.
Because she like almost quote unquote killed her child.
And you have this charming, handsome, whatever, successful man who's just concerned about his wife and child.
He projects such a kind man. He like brings flowers and he brings like treats to the office.
And people at the psychiatric care place love him because he brings treats for all the nurses and like
he's such a thoughtful husband.
I mean, he's done a really good job of, I was trying to put myself in her shoes and I fully was like, nope, she's right. She really can't do
she really
much.
can't do anything.
He has made sure that he has all of those possibilities planned for.
He's such a bitch. I can't wait to see the movie adaptation.
I know. Same,
I'm
same,
just
same,
like, I
same,
can't
same.
wait to see how this all plays out. Okay.
I'm just like, how does he get this attic room ready for everything?
Well, yeah, when she was at the psychiatric facility and then the police, they went to check out the attic and they were like, nothing more than
Back
a
to storage.
filing room with papers.
Just like he had said initially.
And right, and that's not what it was when Nina was in
And
there.
that first time, it's like he's got these 3 water bottles. He has this bucket in the closet for her to pee in. And then you're downstairs and it's like, oh, lights, electricity. And then all of a sudden, it's like prepared with the darkness or the bright light.
Right. He's psycho.
He's very
That must
psycho.
explain when Nina hired Millie and she was like, here's our new live-in maid. She's in the attic. Remember they said, Frida? His eyes got really big and shocked. He must have known Nina was up to something.
Or that if
the
she's
attic
staying in
is-
the attic, now Nina can't go in there.
Exactly. So he must have been like, what you up to, girl? Maybe I'll play along and see where this shit goes. But she basically put someone in there so that she couldn't be locked in there anymore.
That's smart.
Right? Her and Enzo have some serious plots happening. I feel like Enzo's going to be our savior, and I can't wait.
Same,
our
same, same,
Italian
same, same.
gardener savior.
Same. Oh, we also learned during all of this that, of course, Nina is taking birth control and making up excuses for why she can't get pregnant.
She doesn't want to have that baby.
Of course. It's just one more baby
Why
to...
is he so fucking set on having a baby? To spread
maybe he
his
wants an
evil
heir.
seed?
Maybe that's what they all want.
If you're they, send us an email.
mybeupaclub@gmail.com. But she's obviously like, she's aware that he's already using Cece to manipulate her, and one, more baby is just like, she's going to be obsessed with this child. She's going to be obsessed with protecting it, and he's just going to be using it.
Oh, absolutely.
He's evil.
Do you think he's using Millie for a baby or no? I feel like maybe she did something that pissed him off, and she's done a
she
little.
definitely did.
She's
He
done
locked
a
her in the
little
attic.
offense. Like I thought maybe because she read his books or something. He was
Or-
like, "How dare you touch my books?" You can't know because he's insane.
He's absolutely insane. I mean, literally the reaction to having your...
I was
when-
shocked.
I know,
when
I was reading
like,
that
Wait,
and I was
what?
like, holy shit, I need to make a hair appointment. Because I definitely have my roots
I
growing.
remember reading that exact moment. I was like, oh, he called it out. And I was like, oh, he's probably just kind of a jerk and he's just being rude. And then it's going to like upset her for a little bit and she'll act on it, soon. But in no way was I like, well, she's about to be locked in the attic for like 5 days and she's going to have to pull out 100 strands of hair.
With no food. It's just water.
Right.
And it's not enough water to
and her
survive that.
hair follicle. Like, I'm sorry, that would be a really hard task. Can you imagine pulling out 100 strands with the hair follicle? That feels really hard.
Yeah. No, he is absolutely psycho.
This quote, I think this is just relatable for like people.
We are
When
people.
she's so confused that she got locked up in the attic for this first time, she genuinely thought she was going to help him find papers. And he shuts the door and she's like, wait, he must have accidentally locked me in this attic. And she says, this is Nina. I mean, was he walking down the stairs, tripped, then fell the rest of the way down, and now he's lying unconscious in a pool of blood at the bottom? Because that's the only thing that makes sense to me.
I mean, yeah, put yourself in her shoes, right? You have this husband who's
He
been
died.
nothing but sweet to you, took you in with your, another man's baby. And I don't know, like my first thought probably wouldn't be, well, he's locked me in here on
obviously locked-
purpose.
right.
I'd be like, oh, the wind blew and shut the door.
Right.
And now he's also like, how do I get this open?
Right. It reminded me of when you're like having good dates with someone and then they don't text you back or whatever. And then you're like, well,
Probably
he
died.
must have died.
He was so happy to meet me that he wasn't paying
He just
attention and the bus
died.
hit him. Because there was also no like build up to this, right? There
Right.
wasn't like he raised a hand at her or yelled at her or
Nope.
called her a name. It really went from 0 to 100. She had no warning signs of this is someone who could be potentially dangerous.
Right. She's had this incredible marriage and relationship with this man.
She feels
She's
lucky as all hell.
Right. She's going to go help him find papers because, like, that's what you do when someone needs
He
help.
asked.
And then she
asked
gets
nicely.
locked in the attic and she's like, wait,
Yeah. So I too would be like, hey,
So-
honey, it's locked.
She's the scratches, though. Remember, she's the scratches on the door because she fucking lost it. I would too, man.
I still feel like this has happened before because Enzo, just how quickly Enzo believes and the fact that, you know, he looks up at this attic window.
Maybe that's Kathleen.
Maybe Enzo's.
Oh my God.
Maybe the mother, Suzanne.
Well, that's what I kept thinking this whole book. We were like, the other maids. But it seems like maybe there haven't been any
there
other
has
maids.
to have been someone before Nina.
But there's more Ninas in the house with Andy.
You know, they talk about this attic room with the tiniest window ever. And now she finally gets to look out of it and Enzo happens to look up in that moment. Like, I just feel like Enzo has done this before.
Well, hold on. It didn't sound like he was in their yard that often until Nina confessed and he understood. Then he was in the yard more often.
Maybe he thought the first one was just a coincidence.
Yeah, something's up with Kathleen. It seems like she escaped, but she must have been number one girl.
Maybe.
Woman, sorry.
They're not that old, so 35,
what do you
40.
think is up with Cece? Because first off, I think we have to apologize to Cece because we were like, that little bitch, that little shithead. I feel like she...
Listen, the girl's gone through it, but she's still a little bitch.
I mean, she's like being poisoned with peanut butter. It's really unfortunate. And
in Andy's defense, she's not deathly allergic.
I mean...
It's only
just microdosing you with things you might die from.
I mean, I hang out at my friends' houses that have cats.
Yeah, but like, imagine if you were to give me little bits of seafood all the time.
I would do it.
I would probably die eventually.
Eventually. But like, it would be fun to see how long you could last.
Not that I'm allergic to seafood.
Yeah, that's right. Don't hire a hitman.
But okay, so Cece has grown up in this environment. I feel like maybe her and Nina are very close. Like Cece's, 9, I think? So she's old enough to have a sense of things. And it almost feels like maybe Nina has her, like, informed in whatever way you can inform a 9-year-old in your plan. And she's a part of this, and she knows she is, and that's why she's being an asshole to Millie. Because, like, why else would she be an asshole?
Just to be an asshole.
No, she's acting like Nina.
Yeah, she is.
She's, like, replicating Nina's behavior.
Which is obviously a fake type of behavior.
Exactly. So it's like somehow she's... That took a while. Because why would she be an asshole?
Probably right. You're always right. You're much smarter than anyone else I know.
I'm not. In the last episode, I was like doubling down that Nina was a driven mad woman, which I guess she kind of is. But
I stand by the fact that no one's better than you.
Andy. What's your food rating for these 50 pages? It was good. I didn't want to stop reading it again. Just to be very clear.
It was actually really hard to stop reading.
I just really want to finish this book right. Like, if I could, I would have just sat there and kept reading for sure.
I am going to say jelly-filled donut. Happy Hanukkah, everyone.
Happy Hanukkah. Early
Hanukkah. Yeah, because it's like, there's just so much goodness in there. It's so squishy and oh, God, it's so good.
I'm not a donut person, but if I had to have a donut, it would definitely be jelly. I love a fruit-forward dessert.
See, and I hate a fruit-forward dessert. But a jelly-filled donut, I don't count as that.
But it has all the jam in it. It's very fruity.
It's got the juice.
I hate that fucking shit. Don't.
It's cone.
I could see your face. You're like, I can't resist it.
Do it so bad. It's cone. It has the juice. I can't imagine a more beautiful thing.
Whoever made that, like, curse you to the end. Go to the attic.
Would you lock them in an attic?
I would. I
With a
hate
pee
it.
bucket?
It was, like, funny literally, like, one time. And then after that, it was the most annoying thing ever.
I'm really into it.
It's because you like to sing a lot.
You like to sing a lot. Claire, what's your food rating?
I'm going to go very Mexicana on you, okay?
Okay.
I'm half Mexican, everyone, so I can say this. A really hot and warm tamale, where you unwrap it and it's all steamy and delicious.
What's the flavor inside?
The, like, red sauce beef. Yeah, in my family, if you're a true Mexicana, you know, you put a green olive in there.
Love you, Mom.
And you can't just have one, of course.
Of course.
You have to have more than one tamale. Maybe a side of menudo. And
that's where you lose me.
this is feeling very full and wholesome, not in what's happening to them, but just a very filling, satisfying, warm meal. And that's it. It's a tamale.
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 I love a tamale.
We don't have good Mexican food here in Seattle.
Not that we're here in Seattle.
Absolutely no.
We are possibly somewhere else.
Absolutely.
I've never actually been to Seattle.
Neither.
I hear there's a needle of some sort.
On a market of some sort.
And maybe
fish.
it rains sometimes?
Sometimes,
but rarely.
Yeah, we don't know about that.
I wouldn't know. I live in Montana.
Wisconsin. What is your sexy side piece book?
I was looking it up just now because I can't remember the name again. Listeners, if you know any memory specialists that could sponsor me, that'd be great.
If you're a neurologist and you're single, not in Seattle, but maybe.
You know, if you happen to be in Seattle, let me know because maybe I'd be willing to move for you.
Maybe we'll travel there.
Yep. I have gotten past the title page
Oh.
of Between Two Kingdoms. I'm putting all of my mental energy into trying to finish the Ed Gein series.
That takes a lot of mental energy.
I've honestly never watched or read anything that took so much willpower to do. It's too much that there are people like this.
Do you think you'll watch the other monsters?
Yeah, no, absolutely. But you said this one's like the hardest.
Yeah, I would go to the Menendez brothers next.
Yeah, that one seems easier. They just kill their parents.
Yeah, don't go from Ed Gein to Dahmer. That's
No
going to
offense,
be
Mom.
really hard. Love you.
Love you. I would never.
Would you like to know
No.
my sexy side piece?
I don't. Thanks for asking, but no, I don't.
I have a big announcement.
I hope all of you guys have a great weekend and keep on reading, keep on saying
Keep
to our
on drinking.
podcast, keep on
But
drinking.
only if it's healthy.
And hey, email us what your sexy side piece is because we really want to know.
Sorry.
And with that,
You're a bitch.
good night.
Listen, I finally finished From Blood and Ash.
I mean, honestly, fucking finally.
In my defense, it was like over 600 pages. It was very long. And listen, I think I'm upset to report that I did go on to book 2. There's 6 books in this series. And this freaking woman, what's her name? Jennifer. She ended the book, the first book, with like such a bitchin' cliffhanger. This whole time I'm like, am I going to go on to the next? Am I not going to go on to the next? Fucking fuck. I was like, fuck. I've got to start.
Sorry, what were you like?
Fuck. I was like, you can't end it like that. So then I started the next book. And I will say, so far, it is better than the first. Like, writing-wise, in the first book, she does this thing where she takes, like, 20 pages to say the same thing. And I was like, I'm gonna die reading this book. And there was only, like, 2 spicy scenes that weren't very spicy because she's, like, the main character is a virgin. And I was like, well, can we just be done with that?
Who amongst us?
Respectfully. And who amongst us? And so then I went to the next book, and I just find the, like, main woman character to just be so fucking annoying sometimes. And she's like, I'm gonna fight him at every turn. And I'm like, woman, stop. Girl, stop. He's beautiful. He's the prince. Fuck off with this, okay? We all know what's gonna happen. Anyway.
Your blood pressure, sweetheart.
I know. I have medicine. I'm sad to report I'm on the next book, Kingdom of Flesh and Fire.
Oh my god. Well, I hope everyone's ready for like another 6 months of this.
Listen, if this one doesn't go well, I'm going to stop. I'm not going to read all 6 books. They're like over, this one's almost 700 pages. These take forever to finish.
This has to be longer than the Bible.
With those like paper mache pages.
Yeah. Was it written on sheepskin?
Anyway, that's my sexy side piece, and I'm not trying to call it
nobody
sexy
asked.
right now.
So,
Yana, what do we want our people to do?
follow us.
And tap that 5-star like it's Enzo coming to save your fucking life. And friends, share us with your friends. People who are looking for a book club or looking for friendship and laughter. We're always looking for more people to join the book club. So, with that, if nothing else, dear friends, remember.
I've waited all episode to say this. Keep on reading, everyone.
And we decided to keep on drinking this time, too. Hope you all had a happy Halloween.
Bye-bye. Bye.